Hey guys, welcome to This Is Country TV. This week we are headed to Bowie, Texas. I'm gonna get you some history on the town. I'm gonna take you to a really good restaurant in the old part of town. And it is the 150th anniversary of the Chisholm Trail. You guys are gonna get to tag along as we drive longhorns through downtown. All this is brought to you by Hop Power Auto Group. You guys go by and check them out at hautogroup.com. In this fast-paced world we live in, I like to take the road less traveled. I love small towns that haven't changed in years and ranchers set in their ways. Back road driving, small town dining, long dusty trails, and horses fast as hell.
Windmills in Palm Jack, so forgotten town.
How's it going, man?
Good. What are we gonna do today? Like it?
Gold dust devils, stars light up the ground.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the final event.
We're gonna go out and try to get some
Train
hogs.
whistle blowing, can't you hear that lonesome sound? Keep on rolling through the darkness, moving through your town.
We're gonna be in Fairfield, Texas today. If you would like to help out another Wish kid, go to westernwishes.org.
Oh, now drinking old crow whiskey don't mean that you can fly. You'll be higher than the mountains, might not touch the open sky. Keep on spinning around in circles. You're back down on the ground. You're back down.
We're in Burt Burnett, Texas.
We call it an epidemic.
Never know what you're gonna get.
The cowboy way of life is still alive and well, and I want to take you along for the ride. Visiting small towns and ranches with some of the best people you can find. Now to me, this is country. I'm sitting here with Diane, and she is with the Chamber here in Bowie, Texas. She is involved with a lot of events. Bowie as a community comes together and does a lot of really cool things. A lot of history here. I'm going to let Diane talk to you just a little bit about some of the history here in town.
Bowie as a city, I like to say, was a city built waiting on a railroad. There was a little tent city here. Merchants moved to the tent city because that's where all the workers were. And then they started doing bricks and mortar and built up some of the first buildings here in Bowie. Date back to the late 1880s, 1890. Bowie was actually originated and organized. From there, it built from a tent city to having a population of over 1,100 in just a little over a year. So it was quite the boom that the railroad had impacted on this area here. From the railroad was born one of the world's largest white leghorn chicken farm ranches. Bounce forward a little farther, Bowie for a long time was known as the chicken and bread town. That's why we have the Chicken and Bread Days Heritage Festival here every year. Amon G. Carter, he had an old grandma bake him and fry him up a chicken, bake some biscuits, and as the train would travel through and stop, he would sell chicken and biscuits. So all the travelers on the railroad, that's what Bowie was known for. And we've just grown from there. We're halfway between the Metroplex, halfway between Wichita Falls. We still lay in a really good area. We've got a lot of history from downtown. It's just a rich place to stay. We have the oldest still running trade days and open air market. It's called Second Monday Trade Days. It's the weekend before the second Monday every month. 125 years strong now. We've got lots of other antique stores. We're home to the world's largest Bowie knife, Guinness Book World Record. That's been a big draw. So we want people to get off 287, come to the downtown area with lots of revitalization. Wonderful new bank building that is staying true to the heritage. We've got a lot of the revitalized buildings. The oldest building here in Bowie, the Hurd building, it's now a nice coffee pub, restaurant. And there's more to see and do than just traveling through on Highway 287.
All right, hey, we're in Bowie, Texas. We are here for the celebration of the 150th anniversary of the Chisholm Trail. Got some longhorns behind me here that we're gonna drive, got some authentic wagons. It's a big celebration here in Bowie, Texas, so you guys stay tuned. right, Ben, tell them what we're doing today.
Hey, we're in Bowie, Texas, and the city and the Chamber of Commerce has put together to celebrate the 150th anniversary for the Chisholm Trail. As far as I know, this is the only event of its kind. We've got the Longhorns here, Peter Robertson, which is riding by now here. Hello, Peter. And he's taking the photography work today. And we're moving Longhorns. Hey, that's a crack of the whip. We'll see y'all in a little bit. Y'all have a good time today.
Come along, boys, and listen to my tale. I'll tell you all my troubles on the old Chisholm Trail. Come a tie-yi, whoop-a-lie-yip-a-yay, tie-yi, whoop-a-lie-yay. I woke up one morning on the Chisholm Trail, a rope in my hand and a heifer by the tail. Come a tie-yi, whoop-a-lie-yip-a-yay, tie-yi, whoop-a-lie-yay. With a $10 horse and a $40 saddle, I'm a-going to punch in them Texas cattle. Come a tie-yi, whoop-a-lie-yip-a-yay, tie-yi, whoop-a-lie-yay. Started up the trail October 23rd, started up the trail on a U-bar herd. Come a tie-yi, whoop-a-lie-yip-a-yay, tie-yi, whoop-a-lie-yay. I went to the boss to hit him for my roll, and he figures me out $9 in the hole. Come a tie-yi, whoop-a-lie-yip-a-yay, tie-yi, whoop-a-lie-yay. So me and the boss, we has a little spat, and it hits him in the face with my 10-gallon hat. Come a tie-yi, whoop-a-lie-yip-a-yay, tie-yi, whoop-a-lie-yay. With my foot in the stirrup and my hand on the horn, I'm the best dang cowboy ever was born. Come a tie-yi, whoop-a-lie-yip-a-yay, tie-yi, whoop-a-lie-yay. With my hand on the horn and the seat in the saddle, I'm the best dang cowboy ever rode a straddle. Come a tie-yi, whoop-a-lie-yip-a-yay, tie-yi, whoop-a-lie-yay. With my seat in the saddle and my head in the sky, I'll be punching them cattle and the sweet by and by. Come a tie-yi.
All right, guys. Hey, I'm here with Van, and we're going to talk with you a minute because you were in on the front end of most of this planning for this, and so I wanted to get you to kind of tell us about it and how it all come about.
All right. Well, I got started on one of the planning sessions when they were going to start the Chisholm Trail 150 over a year ago. And the plan was to drive a set of Longhorn steers from San Antonio all the way to Dodge City. And I went out to one of the planning meetings. I thought, what a task. It would have been easier in the 1800s than today.
Right.
But I thought, if you can get them from, I was going to be responsible from Decatur, Texas to cross the Red River. I thought, if you can get them to Decatur, I'll get them across the Red River. And of course, there was a lot of obstacles there, and that fell apart. But it just kind of instilled in me the history and the importance that this needed to be recognized. We needed to do something. So we started working on trying to do a one-day event.
All right, I can't think of a better way to celebrate 150 years of the Chisholm Trail. We're here in Bowie, Texas, and this is my buddy Bit.
Chisholm Trails was one of the main routes was right here through Bowie. So yeah, that's what they have to celebrate the Chisholm Trail, and you know Bowie wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the Chisholm Trail.
Yeah. You know, the Chisholm Trail is here in Texas. We're in Bowie, but that's not all that it brought. It didn't bring just Texans. It brought people from Missouri and where?
Yeah, Arkansas, Colorado, Kansas, New Mexico. I don't think I missed out any, but now lots and lots of folks from all over brought their wagons and teams and went through the expense and endured what it took to come and be a part of it. Some of them even made the decision at the last minute, just loaded up all the animals and gear and equipment and came on.
And a cool thing about these wagons is they're all authentic most
Yes.
from front to back.
Yeah, exactly. Even this wagon that's sitting here behind us. Anything from Studebaker wagons to John Deere wagons to Owensboro. Some of these wagons date back to 1865, 1905, 1919. Some of those different dates that they announced today coming through. Really, just an extreme amount of history. You know, I've known man say one time, if that wagon could talk, the stories it could tell. So,
Yeah.
made history again today. Doing
Yeah.
something, you know, but still just tough and enduring.
What was one of your favorite things of the day?
You know, I guess seeing the smiles on, we had some senior citizens here that had lived through some of those earlier times, and they were able to ride on the wagons and the stagecoaches, and some of them horseback, and to see the excitement in their eyes, and then the young people too that participate. You know, the young people, they enjoyed it. They didn't grasp the full effect of it maybe, but some of the senior citizens, you know, and the other thing we did, we had the K.R. Wood went out to our Advanced Rehab Center. He put on an awesome performance for the people out there, and they enjoyed that. We brought part of them up for the parade. They got to see the parade, so it was just an outpouring of love in their community and sharing. So, it was a wonderful event. Glad we did.
Well, I know everybody watching it is going to be wishing that they were here, and I am honored that I was able to be here and be part of it.
Well, you know, that's one thing we wanted to do is document this. There's a lot of things that you got filmed. I'm going to be able to. Today was such a busy day and everything going on. We had your video. I'm anxious to see it, just to see everything that happened.
Yes, sir. Well, everything went good. Like you said, everybody involved did a good job, and then even our escorts, the police did really good today.
Yeah, you know, and our DPS troopers, we had DPS, we had city, and we had county. They escorted us. They jumped over hurdles, got the highways blocked off for us. Wonderful.
Yep, very good. And tell us, you had a count horseback.
Yes, we had 82 horseback riders. I didn't get a count on the wagons. I'm not sure how many. I know there was more than 15, less than 100. So
Yeah.
somewhere in there.
Somewhere in the middle there.
But
Well,
they, you know, in the authentic wagons,
Yeah.
that stagecoach that we had, hearing some of those other wagons and the horses and the teams, again, when they see the video and they see those animals, they're going to go, man, we missed it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you guys did an awesome
All right,
job.
thank
and,
you.
I
Appreciate
wanna
it.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, now as far as today, you were the trail boss. You kind of had to get everybody in line. And how would you say that from starting pulling out the gate to pulling back in, how did you say that it went?
I mean, you know, as a trail boss, a lot of things that come into aspect. You know, safety being the main deal. But it was great. It was actually some of the guys that were here scouting. Towards the end of the day, they made the phrase and said, you know, man, that was a cakewalk. So very successful, very successful.
And now not only trail boss, but back here, everybody's kind of putting their horses up and they're getting ready to come over to the wagon and eat. So
Yeah, our chuck wagon is set up and they're over there cooking. He's got an authentic meal and just having a great time. You know, and after a long, hard day, you know, there's nothing better. That's what the Cowboys live for, is to come in and be able to have that meal and just be able to have a good time. And they're still fellowshipping and talking about the uh-ohs and the maybes that happened today. So,
Right.
Great.
And every now and then they got to go and enjoy live music, and so we're going to get to do the same here after dinner. We're going to make our way over here. We've got some live music too.
Yeah, Jake Hooker's here with his Western Swing Band, and wow, what a great job those guys do. So yeah.
Well, this is an awesome thing. I know most everybody's seen Lonesome Dove, Chisholm Trail. We kind of got to just sit in the saddle and did what they did in a sense.
Even the deal with the longhorns, you know, what a class act come out of Woodward, Oklahoma that they did and brought those longhorns in back. Magnificent animals, and you know, and y'all see during this deal, the pictures and some of the video that we got of them. Tremendous, impressive animals.
Yeah. So I personally want to thank you for kind of setting me and inviting me to be out here. I also want to thank the Bowie, City of Bowie Chamber of Commerce,
yes,
and
Chamber of Commerce.
Everybody. I know it takes a lot of hands to put something like this together, and then all the people that has come from other states and wherever you came from to be part of this. It was awesome for me to be here and witness and be involved.
We had enjoyed having you here, Brian. Appreciate everything you did to come and bring your crew and kind of document all this thing together.
Well, we talked earlier a bit, and we told you that it wasn't just Texans here for this Chisholm Trail 150, but we have Frank here. Frank is from Kansas, so I'm going to let him talk a minute. I want you just tell him what it was. You know, what did you have in mind coming here, and was it what you expected?
festival here. Too bad it rained out last night. We had, there was 6 of us that harnessed up yesterday and went downtown. And for that, we got to talking about it, and there was 6 states represented with the wagon train that went downtown yesterday, which was really, really neat. It was a great experience, really a great experience.
All right, we are downtown here in Bowie, and we're going to go in here and eat at Sweet Boy's Diner, and we're going to meet up with Renee and let her tell us a little about it. Really cool thing is it's in one of the oldest buildings here in the whole downtown. All right, we're here at Sweet Boy's Diner, and I've got Renee and Jason with me, and really cool place. They have a lot of history here in Bowie. So, Renee, I want you to kind of start us off and tell us how you guys got here and how you got involved in the restaurant business.
Well, my mom and dad came to Bowie in 1973 and bought the Travel Inn restaurant, and they stayed there until 79 when the highway bypassed and 287. And my mom went out there and bought a piece of property out there, and they opened up Jim Bowie Restaurant in January of 79, the same month that the highway opened up. And then in 2000, when my mom passed away, I came up from Flower Mound to help my dad, and just my husband called one day and wanted to know when I was coming home. And I told him I wasn't. I was going to stay up here and help my dad with this restaurant, and we ended up buying it and ran it until 2008. We debated on whether to build it back or whatever. We thought, well, if we're going to stay in Bowie, let's bring our money and put it downtown and try to help revitalize downtown.
So a lot of family ties to Bowie, restaurants, old downtown, some of my favorite type thing. What is one of the local favorites food, would you say?
Definitely chicken fried steak. We serve that, 3 to 1 on everything else. Everybody wants chicken fried steak and coconut pie. The people don't usually leave out here without a piece of coconut pie.
Well, that's one of my favorites. So we're going to go back in the kitchen. We're going to show you how these guys, maybe not all of the recipe, but how they make the chicken fried steak, and then we're going to let you see. I'm going to taste, and you're going to watch.
Okay, so basically what we start out with is a cutlet, and we hand cut these here, and we tenderize them by hand. We step them right here in our wash that we use. It goes down inside our flour batter that it's been inside the family for years. And you're gonna get dirty, so you might want to step back a little bit. It's just flour. Let's keep beating it. That's what makes it tender. Just like that. Then we come over here. It's been cooked on the flat top since I was a kid. Just like that. Just one flip. That's it. Keep it wet. Looks like she's done. Take her out here. And there you go. There's a Sweet Boy's Diner chicken fried steak.
If you're ever in Bowie, Texas, be sure to come by here to Sweet Boy's Diner and try their chicken fried steak. It's definitely worth your time.
There's only me and one other person in this building that knows what the recipe is. So.
That's this guy right here. Yes, sir. I ain't talking.
So we're not going to give you the recipe, but we are going to try this. And if you're
it
ever
does have secret ingredients in it.
Yeah.
If you're ever here in Bowie, you definitely need to come by. It's really cool. I mean, the food's great. The atmosphere is really neat, and it's in one of the oldest buildings that is here in downtown in Bowie. So, all right, let's do it. Now, are these two different
This
types?
is chocolate, and this is the coconut.
Coconut. Very good. So Sweet Boy's Diner, chicken fried steak, and coconut or chocolate pie, either one, they're both good.
It's all homemade.
All right, another place to stop if you're down here in Old Town Bowie is Nostalgia. Now they've got some really cool stuff. You can come in and see a lot of history and a lot of antiques. But one cool thing is you can come in and get old floats and sundaes and
milkshakes, malts, old-fashioned malts.
This is Larry, and I'm going to let Larry tell you a little bit. We're in an old building here that used to be a drugstore, if I'm right.
Yes, sir. In 1920, it was a drugstore called Tubby's, Wilson's Drug. And they ran it for years and years, and then after both of them passed away, it changed hands to different things like ladies ready to wear. And then we bought it. We've been in business now 25 years. And so we took the ceiling out so the old ceiling would be exposed, and had to put in some air conditioning and rewiring and put in a fountain. There wasn't a fountain. So.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was really cool to get to see the town of Bowie and be part of the 150th anniversary of the Chisholm Trail. Now, that's the only one they're going to do for the 150th, but they are talking about doing Chisholm Trail Heritage Drive and continuing those on. So be sure to check out the Bowie Chamber of Commerce for more of that info. And be sure to tune in next time as we travel to another town to show you the country way of life.